So last week, Putin created a full-blown attack on Ukraine on the morning of February 24th. It just fucking sucks. I don't even know what to say. As somebody that was born in Ukraine, myself and others from Ukraine, we did not really expect this. It came as a huge shock that just in a few days, not only did Putin attack the eastern of Ukraine, but also Kiev, Odessa, and other parts in east and western Ukraine, and now he's potentially getting reinforcements for Belarusia. And I'm just speechless. And the first few days, to be honest, I felt very hopeless because I'm here currently in Mexico City, very cushy in my Western sort of standards, and life is good. And then I have extended family and friends. They're scrambling, figuring ways out to get out of Kiev, or whether to support Kiev and other parts of the country, and basically to fight back. And I really didn't know what to do. And to give you a summary of what is currently happening as of the last few days, basically many women and children are fleeing from Ukraine to neighboring countries like Poland and Hungary. All of the men are asked to stay back. Anybody from ages 18 to 60 is asked to stay back and fight. They're going to be given guns and ammunition, and a lot of them are staying back. In fact, I know many Ukrainians that have been abroad. Some of them are doing really well for themselves, and they're going back to Ukraine to fight and defend our country, which is very brave, and it just means a lot because I don't even know what to say. And I don't know what Putin's endgame plan is. I mean, maybe he thinks that he can overthrow the Ukrainian government and replace it with a pro-Russian government that is against NATO and against the West, but I don't know how that's gonna happen, and I don't know what the fuck he's thinking, to be honest. I'm kind of speechless, but part of the reason I'm making this video is over the last few days, I've seen a bunch of things from the tech community that has given me a lot of hope. Now, some of you may not know this, but I'm Andre, and I have been in software engineering space for the last 7 years. So over the last few days, I've seen a few projects that have really given me a lot of hope, and I want to share them with you. So the first one is called Relief XYZ with a 3 instead of an E. And this particular project was headed by Andrew Wang and a few other notable people on a Twitter space in NFT land. Now, what Andrew and a ton of other people did is the following. They gathered 27 of the most influential people in the crypto space, basically digital artists, and these digital artists donated their art in the form of NFTs, and basically they launched this fundraiser that sold out in 30 seconds and raised over $1 million. Now I'm going to link this project and all the ones I'm going to talk about in the description so you can check it out and see how you can support them and potentially help out. Now the next project is called Onchain.fund, and it raised $1.5 million. Now it's basically a charity project created by blockchain activists to help Ukrainians with humanitarian aid. Now it's headed by some notable Web3 and tech entrepreneurs like Ilya Polosukin, who is the founder of Near Protocol, which if you don't know, it's a Web3 company that recently raised I think around $150 million. But in any case, he's a Ukrainian, and he actually has family in Eastern Ukraine right now, so I really feel for him. So his heart is in the right place, and he's really trying to do a lot. Now on to the third project, we have Ukraine DAO, which currently raised about $3.2 million as of recording this video, and by the time you see this, it'll probably be a lot more. It is another humanitarian organization helping people in need in Ukraine. Now this organization was founded by Alona as well as Pussy Riot. Now Pussy Riot is a Russian activist band that's always stood out against people like Putin and any other authoritarian regime. And in fact, they've been jailed by Putin, so they're just really about helping the Ukrainian people, especially right now. Now, there's a ton of other people that are helping these organizations, so thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. So another two developments that I wanted to mention, one is Elon Musk. He's basically providing satellite support for Ukrainian local people in need. What this means is he's providing internet service to local Ukrainian people as well as military, so I really highly appreciate that. And lastly, I wanted to mention another organization, SaveLife.in.ua. It's an organization that's been around for a few years. And again, I will link this in the description, but you go on their website on the English version and you click on Help the Ukrainian Troops, and you can donate through that way. And they also have a Bitcoin wallet on their website, so you can help them support in that way as well. And this is an organization that's been vetted by many people, my friends and family in Ukraine, so I feel confident recommending them. Now, aside from these organizations, I think there's a few people that you should follow if you're interested in this kind of information. Some of them would be like Pussy Riot, which you already mentioned, and Ilya Polosukin. Another one would be Vitalik Buterin, who has some Eastern European roots, and he's definitely trying to help Ukraine right now. So anything he posts on Twitter has been thought through and vetted for, so I highly trust him. You can also follow the mayor of Kiev, Vitaly Klitschko, and also the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. And I really hope I don't have to make many of these videos. I hope that, basically the conflict between Russia and Ukraine resolves quickly so that civilians and military don't have to fucking die in this goddamn war. But while this is happening, I feel like one ways I can contribute, aside from donating my time and money, is to spread awareness of how other people can help, and just spread awareness about these amazing projects that people are putting together. And hopefully this will be resolved quickly and not many people have to suffer. Now, there's so many other things that happen in Ukraine that we'll cover in future videos. Things like the cybersecurity war by Russia and against Russia. We have many people that are fleeing from Ukraine that need support. We also have people that are staying in Ukraine and are fighting the fight with guns and Molotov cocktails against the Russian forces. And there are other projects that are popping up and people are really in need, so I'll definitely cover those, and I'll also cover other people that you should follow as well. Now I'm hoping that these movements will not only help the Ukrainian people in the present, but it also spark future movements that will help people in Latin America, Middle East, Asia, United States, and so on. So thank you for listening and stay tuned.